Hi lovelies, and welcome back to another TikTok video. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strada and here is Ballistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. For those people that share my videos, leave commentaries. You guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys. A lot of people are boycotting Zara and many of them is boycotting Zara, and people like asking why and what is happening and what's wrong, and I was able to put up these stitches giving the reasons why a lot of customers are returning their goods. Whatever they bought from Zara, they are returning it back, and this actually got internet talking, guys. I was just able to put up some stitches as well as my own stitch by the end of this video. Guys, please just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think, and do not forget that this channel does not support any form of violence, or whatsoever. Guys, we are just here for educational and informative purposes. So why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think. Share this video, and if you've not subscribed up to this extent, what are you still waiting for? Please subscribe and let's get into the video.
We've got to talk about the backlash against this Zara campaign. So Zara posted these images. The campaign is inspired by the jacket, and it features what could be interpreted as a sort of rubble with different representations of bodies in white dust, including what could be a body bag. And for many people, these images are hitting a little close to home with images coming out of Palestine right now, particularly with Israel's use of white phosphorus. White phosphorus is a chemical that ignites when exposed to oxygen. It can cause deep, severe burns, even penetrating through bone. It sticks to surfaces and to skin, and it's notoriously hard to extinguish. It's also known to reignite after treatment, and its use against civilians is a war crime. I've already seen some conversation around these images centered on whether or not it was intentional or not on the part of Zara or the people doing this campaign. Some cite that this shape here is somewhat similar to the shape of historic Palestine and is repeated, or citing previous positions taken by Zara that would be politically in line with an extreme anti-Palestine stance. But regardless of if it was intentional or not, what we should talk about is the fact that art is an aesthetic proposition. And when you are an artist or a creative and you're putting images out into the world, you do not have control over how those images are interpreted. And especially when you're in the position of representing a corporation, you should be aware of what's going on in the world and what environment you are sending these images out into. So putting these images out there is either a heinous political statement or incredibly negligent on the part of Zara and the people involved in this campaign.
So Zara has removed their utterly offensive campaign from their website after many people online had called for a boycott. It's also worth noting that the photos are still up on the page. The ones that people have been pointing out that are clear indicators of being offensive to Palestinians had been taken off when people first started calling them out. These photos, however, are still on the Instagram page. They have yet to make a statement addressing any of this. I'm pretty sure they're going to try and protect their very, very racist, designer, including with her quotes from 2021. They still kept her anyway. Anyway, it's F Zara over here.
Zara has received public backlash after its latest fashion campaign. This is Vanessa Perelman, the head designer of Zara. Now, I want to talk to you about this woman, Vanessa Perelman, and why she needs to be fired, and also why Zara needs to be boycotted. Zara's latest fashion campaign to showcase a jacket depicted bodies without limbs and covered in the Muslim burial shroud, as well as a white powdery dust which symbolizes white phosphorus. Since then, Zara has removed all traces of their campaign. In 2020, the brave Vanessa Perelman decided to DM a Palestinian model and activist. Here's what she had to say in her DM to the Palestinian model and activist. Maybe if your people were educated, then they wouldn't blow up the hospitals and schools that Israel helped to pay for in Gaza. Change.org has created a petition to remove Vanessa Perelman as the head designer from Zara, so you can head off to Change.org and sign the petition Vanessa Peddleman needs to be removed as Zara's head designer. It is boycott Zara to free Gaza. Zara has received public.
This Zara ad has led to this protest in Tunisia. Let's talk about it. Zara is under fire for a controversial ad campaign that shows mannequins wrapped in white sheets, some with missing limbs, surrounded by rubble. Some say the shoot looks a lot like bodies covered in shrouds, and some have even drawn parallels to photos of mothers in Gaza clutching the bodies of their dead children. Now there are calls to boycott Zara, and the company's socials are being flooded with comments of the Palestinian flag. Zara took the campaign down. Its parent company, Inditex, told Al Jazeera that it removed the campaign as part of a routine content refresh. The company defended itself in this statement on Instagram, saying it regrets the misunderstanding and that the shoot's concept was conceived in July and shot in September, a month before the war began. The war has been going on for 3 months now, and Palestinian authorities say at least 17,000 Palestinians have been killed. Other brands recently affected by similar criticism include Puma, which announced that it would end its sponsorship of Israel's national football team next year, and Marks & Spencer, whose Christmas ad apparently looked similar to an attack on the Palestinian flag.
Hey Zara, what the fuck is this? You got me fucked up right now. You got me fucked up that they thought that this was okay. This is their newest campaign, by the way. Does it remind you of something? The literal genocide that is going on right now? This is so incredibly insensitive and so incredibly fucked up on so many levels. And don't forget that in 2021, that's the first time that I ever heard about Zara, by the way, was because of this. Zara's head designer, Vanessa Peddleman, openly shared Islamophobic and anti-Palestinian statements online. In those messages, she said, maybe if your people were educated, then they wouldn't blow up the hospitals and schools that Israel helped to pay for in Gaza. The people in my industry know the truth about Israel and Palestine, and I will never stop defending Israel, and people like you come and go in the end. Israelis don't teach children to hate nor throw stones at soldiers as your people do. The past 75 years of violence that Palestinians have suffered at the hands of the IOF and the Israeli government. And that's what she has to say. Stones versus literal tanks and guns and bombs. The Palestinian people have never been allowed to defend themselves in any capacity, even with a fucking stone, because that's the type of shit that people would say. And then they come out with this fucking campaign. Let's also not forget about the allegations of Zara working with forced labor in China. And these allegations were made by 28 civil society organizations. Whoever was in charge of that campaign is a fucking idiot. A heartless fucking idiot. Shame on them and shame on the fucking company for allowing that campaign to go through. Shows you exactly who the fuck they are, and it solidifies the fact that they have been a shit company. Fuck that broad, Vanessa, whatever the fuck her name is. Fuck her. Fuck Zara. Okay? And fuck anybody that continues to support them. And this isn't one of those situations where you boycott for a month or two, you boycott for a year or two. No. You're never going back to Zara, okay? There's better clothing anyways, elsewhere. You don't need it. You can also just buy it secondhand. I find that shit at the thrift store all the time, okay? Seems like people buy it, they don't end up really liking it, so. Shame, shame, shame.
Zara update. They just released a sorry apology letter or statement, or I don't even know what you want to call it, but part of it goes, unfortunately, some customers felt offended. Some customers? The whole world stands with Palestine. We forgave you in 2021, but this time we're not going to let it slide. You do realize that majority of your customers are minorities, brown people. And let me tell you something else. Even if you did film in September, are you that tone deaf to release it now during an ongoing genocide? And Zara owns Bershka, Pull&Bear, and Stradivarius, so we're canceling them all.
يعني بالعربي زارا عملوا رسالة اعتذار رسمية، بلا اعتذار بلا باي باي، اللي صار لقد تم طحنكم وخلاص، الحق علينا، احنا مرقنا لكم اياها بال 2021، بس هاي المرة والله ما بتمرق، وكل انسان بروح بيشتري من زارا يا ويلك راح تكون انت متآمر ومتخاذل مع القضية الشرفاء.
Like, seriously, lovelies, this campaign they just launched is just coming at the wrong time. And for them to launch this, why are they using the same image as what is happening in Palestine today? The dust, the people being wrapped in the bodies and all of that. And this actually indicates a lot of things to a lot of people. This made Zara. I used to like Zara. Like, I like Zara's clothing and bags, shoes and all of that. But they actually, No. This they did is not making a lot of sense. And the worst part, when confronted, she actually, replied. That's the model. She actually replied that okay, she found that a lot of people were getting angry with what happened, and the way she's replied is just showing as if she's not feeling any remorse. Like a lot of people are in pains. Like a lot of people are being unalived. This thing that is happening in Palestine is it's been taking a lot of emotions, and this is the time or period that you guys want to launch this kind of campaign, and you want to launch this campaign using this method, using what kind of fashion is this? Like, I have never come across such fashion. Like, even if you want to create such fashion, why not do it before this or even after? Like, I don't even know what, even if they felt that they were not wrong, they never had any bad intention, they could have done something different. Like, they could have brought something different. Like, I saw a lot of customers going to Zara, like the way they are tying this bodies wrap in clothing, or this clothing that's in form of bodies, taking it to Zara, and a lot of people returning their clothing, their purchases, and they want to do this, and they launch this campaign with such images, with what is happening today, with the kind of images we see that is happening in Palestine, like the videos, the images. It's just as if they are trying to. I don't just know that a lot of people were so offended by it, and which is very understandable. Like, why wouldn't you guys try to create something else? Why would you use wrapped body or the wrapped clothes and the doors, the white doors? Are like, are you kidding me right now? Zara, you people could have done better. And the apologies, even the way they brought, or they gave the apologies, they were like, some people, no, a lot of people were offended with this. Like, this got a lot of people thinking, because this is actually what we've been saying that's been roaming around on internet, the way bombings and all of this, and you guys went ahead to launch such campaign. Oh my goodness, like, what kind of message are you trying to pass? And if this is a form of a fashion, I wonder what kind of fashion is this. This fashion is just uncalled for, and this fashion happens to come at a very wrong time. You could have used another kind of fashion. You could have launched another kind of campaign, or even if this campaign has been planned long ago, even before what is always been happening in Palestine and Gaza, you could have just tried to change it. Like, this actually made a lot of people to lose interest, and I'm just, oh my god, people are boycotting you guys, and I'm just so feeling, because I used to like Zara. Seriously, like, oh, you guys you didn't do it well, like, you didn't. And the apologies, oh my god, it was so casual. You have to make a serious apology to the public. Like, people are not even happy. There is a high rate of everything, high rate of food, clothes. People are being unalived on daily basis. People have been stripped out their houses, no food, clothes, and there are a lot of genocide happening around the world. There are so many campaigns you could have launched. There are so many designs you could have just bring up than to try to trigger people like this. Like, this actually hurts a lot of people. Like, seriously, this is not nice, Zara. You guys can do more better. Like, you can do better. Guys, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that this channel does not support any form of violence, bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here for educational purposes, so be kind when leaving your commentaries, because of Whitey and their saga and all of that. And if you are coming from Belinda's channel, thank you so much for all the love and support. I cannot take all those gestures for granted. And to my returning subscribers, to those people that share this video, leave commentaries, oh my goodness, you guys are the new fun family. Thank you. And to my newest member, oh my god, Thank you so much for all the love and support, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next video.